regarding the role of Islamic banks and financial institutions. For example, with the issuance of the new microfinance law, we are expecting a lot of things to transfer to microfinance institutions. And in fact, through the work done with the current associations like the Islamic associations and other associations who've been serving the microfinance segment, we believe that microfinance institutions in the future will play a major role to complement the role of Islamic banks in trying to reach the untapped opportunities in the unbanked population. So this is a very important point to note as we are coming to the conclusion to the session. But before we have just closing remarks from our distinguished panelists, I'd like to address if there is any questions from the floor that you would like us to answer at this stage. Please feel free to ask.
تعقيب بسيط بس على المحادثين الفاضل محمد فنيا اشكره على التعقيب الخاص الفرق اللي هو بين مسمى المصرفيه الاسلاميه في السعوديه ومسماها في لندن. لندن بتبقى ازمه يعني زي كده بس المشكله عندنا عشان في السعوديه هي ان احنا سميناها المصرفيه الاسلاميه انا متوافق مع الشيخ. لكن انا عايز اقول حته بالنسبه لتطبيقات مصر النهارده احنا زدنا نعتبر سنه في بدايه التطبيق وليس في النهايه. يعني في دول بدات تطبق من فتره قبليه كتير جدا سبقتنا، لكن هي مش سكيبت خالص، هي عايزه شويه جزء وخاصه من التدريب او من البنك المركزي ان هو يعمل دعم هذا الامر من خلال الرقابه الفعليه على هذا الامر. لكن فعلا نقول احنا معيشتنا في تطبيق عام تطبيقات سليمه جدا، ولكن محتاجين احنا يكون عندنا ده برضه استاذ عمر ان احنا محتاجين ناس يقدروا يفرقوا بين المنتجات التقليديه والاسلاميه في التطبيق العام مع العملاء، ومحتاجين الرقابه عليهم البنك المركزي عشان يتاكد فعلا ان هم مش بس يافطه او بس عنوان، لا احنا عايزين نتاكد ان هي عباره عن تطبيق سليم من كافه جوانبه سواء الشرعي او الاجراءات التنفيذيه او العقود او الاجراءات المحاسبيه. دي مشكله محتاجين ان احنا نعمل كده، لكن ما زلنا لسه بنقول بننمو ولكن محتاجين تطبيقات افضل من احنا.
Well, actually, this point is very important, and thank you for raising this point. Because of the, again, lack of time, I just would like to highlight one thing. In different countries across Africa, some of the countries they've taken a centralized approach and a decentralized approach. Obviously, in fact, or the difference actually in between the two, it's like it's a bottom-up, or what sort of approach are you deciding to take as a regulator? For example, just maybe I can address the point of ABSA at least. At ABSA, we use a decentralized model. Okay, a decentralized model means that we don't have a centralized Sharia supervisory board that's set at ABSA. Yet, we ensure that every market practitioner who claims that they are providing Islamic products, non-banking products, they do have a Sharia board that meets a particular criteria that is set. Everyone, feel free, you can find the criteria set on ABSA's website. In fact, in order to appoint a Sharia scholar, they must be approved by the list that is provided by ABSA. Everyone could apply for such a license. You have his name on the website, and you can pick him as a Sharia scholar to be in your Sharia board. It's very important because this practice is different in other countries like in Malaysia, where in Sudan, of course, when they tend to take a centralized model where there has to be a centralized Sharia supervisory board, actually looking over all standards that are the practices in the market. So they set one standard, and everyone must follow those standards and the opinions and the fatwas of the Sharia scholars. So this is, we're not trying to say that there is a better or worse model. We just would like to highlight that some of the regulators, some of the countries, they took the steps of a decentralized model. Decentralized model might open room for different fatwas to come in the marketplace, but yet it may, at the beginning, because Egypt is still an emerging market, it might be a period or a phase or a transition. We need it at the moment because we are still building a whole industry. We do reinforce the fact that Egypt has always been the hub of Islamic finance, yet Egypt lagged behind for several years. So in order to build the real Islamic finance industry, I think at this point in time, we need to learn from the best practices, and we need to think about what would be the best move to introduce Islamic finance, which is a very big question that we can't answer in this session. I'm left with one question before we end the session that is from the target audience addressed to Mr. Emad. So maybe hand it up just to address the question to the teacher.
How to introduce for creating Islamic Bank. Yeah, it is not an easy job, but we have to be on the track. We are not on the track. This is my opinion. It could be right, it could be wrong. As mentioned now, we have not done so far. No, we have done so far. We've been in Islamic banking since 1975, and maybe before that. 1960s, we have Dr. Najjar in the So we have done so far, but we're still not on the track. How we go on the track? As we mentioned, we have first, we should have crystal clear vision that add value to the community. It should be there. Who should take it? The leaders of Islamic banking. It comes from them first. If they have it and start to try to adopt crystal clear vision, consider both money and corporate social responsibility. We have to know people in their way, in their management. Halal, haram, yes, it is something in the contract. But some people doesn't understand what is halal. It's for you. It's something between you and God. So we have to consider that we need to add value to the community. This is number one, crystal clear vision that considers both money, because we are there for money. Then corporate social responsibility, not halal. Halal or haram, it is there. The taxes and convention. Many transactions that we do is according to Sharia. There is no contract. Second thing is communication. We have a problem with communication. It is a fair case in our hands, Islamic banking, but the lawyer is not doing that. We have to consider that. And the proper communication. It should be, we should start. We have not started. We only copy and paste convention. That's why the audience doesn't even see the difference. When we add value, they will see the difference. Thank you.
Okay, I think now we're coming to an end of the session, so I would like just a concluding statement for every panelist. Okay, so we start.
Islamic finance, especially the majority of income, we should not be focused on this. We should focus on building the economy. And when we focus on building the economy, by which the people are able to do the halal way of financial transaction. I was giving an example of the car industry. I was one of the regions. I gave an example of the real estate industry and talked about halal in terms of food. And we were building the leading semi-halal index that tracks all companies that use halal food worldwide. Half of them were not Sharia, so their balance sheet. So I can eat the food, but I cannot invest in it. It's kind of a thing. So when people ask me about the economy, how this value was created, it was very simple. Kennedy wanted to go to the moon, they hired IBM to build a chip. The chip was Intel. It was sponsored by the government. So if we overwhelm the central banks by starting with what halal is and what haram is, I think we should ask the central banks to come up with government-sponsored products for SMEs to grow and get shareholding in it. Go to young engineers in local engineering universities, give them a project to work on, encourage innovation, fund them. This would be typical Sharia. So that's really my opinion.
It's not only the economy, it's the economy and the social responsibility. Many countries have done so far in the economy, but failing into the crisis because of they are not balanced. Money comes first, means justify goals. So we have to consider both. Islamic banking should do that. Going back to Egypt. Egypt hasn't come so far, but we still have great opportunity. I mean, we still have, we only missed the quantity phase, but we still have an opportunity with the enablers we have in Egypt to introduce role model of Islamic bank. We have an Azhar, we have minds who are behind the revolution of Islamic bank. So we still have a great opportunity, but innovation should be there. We shape things. consideration that Islamic banking is run by Fiqh al-Mu'amalat. And in Fiqh al-Mu'amalat, accused person is innocent till you get a proof. So innovate and bridge Sharia rules with business. This is a social responsibility because our Sharia rules are responsible. Luckily, please, Islamic banking, we have to look at it as business. We don't have to ride in a political wave in order to, it doesn't mean it. If you ride a political wave today to spread Islamic banking, it goes out today. We are very sensitive. We have to be sensitive. In UK, Jordan Grant mentioned, we need London to become a hub for Islamic banking in Europe. It didn't feel shy to mention Islamic banking.